Hello, ghosties. You're listening to Not My Ghost.
Not my problem. I'm Kelly.
And I'm Jen.
Whether you're a skeptic, a true believer, or somewhere in between, join us for a journey into the unknown.
Because remember, when it comes to the paranormal, it may not be our problem,
but it's certainly someone's problem.
Guys, Tanner from Project Fear said my name.
He did.
He did.
You know what that means,
he said
right?
my name. Mm-hmm.
He said your name, and now the next thing he will say is, Jen, would you do me the honor of being my wife? That's the next. That's what you say after you learn someone's name.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So last night, Tanner went live in Project Fear. So if you watch Project Fear and you are not in their Fear Club, what are you doing? Go join their Fear Club. It's $10 a month. They're amazing. And they will randomly go live. And it was like 9:15. So of course Kelly's already asleep because she goes to bed super early. So I couldn't even text her. I did text her, but I couldn't even get the excitedness out because she was already asleep like a dumb bitch. But
I only get up at 4 a.m.
Well, you should just leave your phone off of Do Not Disturb for me. So when I need you, I wake you up.
Oh, okay. Your phone, your texts do come through even on Do Not Disturb, but when I am asleep, I am asleep. You would have to call me to wake me up.
I'll do that next. No, I won't.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was about 9:15 last night, and Tanner posted in the Fear Club that he was going live in 15 minutes. So, of course, at this point, I'm getting ready for bed. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'm going to stay up and watch Tanner's live because it's Tanner.
Right.
And about 25 minutes goes by and he finally goes live. When Project Fear goes live, it's just them. And then there's the chat. So nobody else is in it. Nobody else is on camera. It's just whoever is live. And then you can see the chat and they can see the chat. So Tanner comes in and he's apologizing for being late. People are in the chat are joking. We thought you fell asleep. We thought you forgot about us. Now he's in Vegas. So it's 3 hours earlier. And he's like, yeah, I'm sorry. He's like, I got distracted. And I was trying to, export the podcast for you guys because they do a little podcast for their Fear Club. And it's just taking a really long time to export. It's not working. And I typed in the chat, as someone who also edits podcast, I completely understand. And he read my comment out loud and said, thanks, Jen. So.
Yep.
I about had a heart attack because I was fangirling so hard.
Yeah. When I woke up at 4 a.m. is when I saw the text message. And I didn't want to text her back at 4 a.m. and wake her up.
My phone's on Do Not Disturb. You can always text me at 4 a.m.
Okay. Well, see, I didn't know. I don't want to ruin your sleep. So
text me.
Only time I'll do that is if I need to listen to a podcast episode. And it's it's down to the wire. You need to get it scheduled to go out. And I listen to it. Sometimes I listen to them when I get up and I'm getting ready for work in the morning. And then I try to send it to you, as I'm leaving the house at 5:30. Cause I'm it's not 4 a.m. 5:30 is not great either. But I just try to say podcast is good to go. And
you can text me while you're taking your morning poo, whatever you want to do.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah,
I can't do that because I can't have my phone at work. And unfortunately, because I don't have my coffee until
you take your morning.
I do.
Okay.
I have my coffee at work and I get a break at around 7:30. And now y'all know we overshare here. 7:30 at the bathroom.
Mine's usually between 8:30 and 9:30 because I start work at 8. I work from home and I drink. I usually don't even get through my coffee. I get about halfway into my coffee and it's like clockwork. It's always sometime in, like I said, between 8:30, 9 o'clock, 9:30. And always just going off to take my morning poo.
So I can't do that. But when I get up, I don't have a lot of time to do much of anything. I don't get time to sit and do anything. I'm up and it's go time.
Yeah.
So
Hey, it is an adjustment for me as someone who used to just be able to text you whenever and you would pretty much always respond. Now
right.
it's like, oh, she's working. She's not going to answer me. Or,
Should I
oh,
quit?
she already went to bed. Yeah, you should quit.
All right. I got to tell Nick, I can't do it anymore. Jen
Yeah.
needs to be able to get a hold
Yeah.
of me.
I need to
Yeah.
be able to get a hold of you. The fact that there is 8 hours in the day where you are just completely unavailable for me, that's not acceptable.
Yeah. I can't even bring my phone in the building.
No, I don't like it at
It's
all.
crazy. I thought I would hate it, but it's kind of a nice break too. It's nice that like people can only get a hold of me if it's absolutely necessary.
Yeah.
And I do miss the people that I want to hear from. But some of
Like
the
me.
other, yes, of course, some of the other crap, it's nice to get a break from. But I thought when I started working, when I got off of work, since I can't have my phone for 8 hours, when I got off of work, I'd be like, give me my phone, give me my phone. And I found that when I'm off of it for 8 hours at work and I get home, I'm like, I don't really even care. Sometimes I'll call somebody on my way home and they won't answer. And then I'll get home and they'll call back and I'm like,
No,
no,
you
mm-mm,
lost it.
no. So not being able to be on my phone for that 8 hours at work has led to me being on my phone even less when I do have it.
And I understand that, but as your best friend, I need to take priority.
You do.
And you need to respond to my text.
When I'm home, I do.
You didn't today. You didn't respond until the Tanner thing until I yelled at you and told you to respond to the Tanner thing.
I forgot that I read it at 4 a.m.
See? That's the problem. You forget
Okay.
about me. I'm kidding.
Then I won't read any of your texts that I get overnight
No.
until I get off of work the next day.
No, just respond to me at 4 a.m.
All right. All right, but you can't yell at me.
I'm not. My
'Cause it
phone is
says,
on Do Not Disturb.
no, but it says
It
like
does.
notify anyway.
Yeah, but unless you click notify anyway. And also, my phone's always on vibrate. So if it vibrated, it's not going to wake me up.
Okay. What are we talking about? We're just, listen.
Welcome to our scripted, unscripted banter, which today is literally just unscripted.
Right. You know, when we poop,
Yeah.
when we check text messages.
Yeah. We're just
yeah.
opening the veil a little bit for you guys today. So I do not have a question for you today, Kelly, because this episode wasn't supposed to be a two-parter. And when we
Yeah.
were recording last week's episode, I'm looking at the time and I'm like, I still got a decent amount of stuff to talk about. And this is getting long. So I decided live while I was recording that this was going to be a two-parter. But I didn't go back and like write a question or do any of that stuff. So
That's okay, because I had a pretty terrible day yesterday at work. Would you like to hear about it?
sure.
Yesterday when I get to work, and I can't say too terribly much, but there are things that are supposed to work that didn't work.
Sounds like every job.
When those things don't work, there are people that need me to let them do something that I cannot let them do because the thing doesn't work. And
Yeah.
the thing has to work before I can let the people do the thing.
That makes sense.
Which led to about 35 people wanting to do a thing that I couldn't let 35 people do. And when I tell you, the complaining was just through the roof. And I made all the phone calls that I could make to try to get the thing to do the thing. And I was told by the more important people, nobody can do anything until we get the thing to do the thing. Okay? So they're mad at me. And there's a Taylor Swift lyric in her song, But Daddy, I Love Him, where she says, I'll tell you something right now. I'd rather burn my whole life down than listen to one more second of all this bitching and moaning. And I wanted to sing that loudly to these 35 people that wanted to do the thing they couldn't do because the thing didn't do the thing it was supposed to do. I know that I'm not giving
People
you guys
suck.
a lot of details, but you follow that, right?
Yeah, that makes
Yeah, you
most.
can follow that. So
I know a little bit more of the inside, so I think
right.
I can follow slightly better, but if you're
Well,
really confused, just tell us in the comments and let us know.
yeah.
We can't explain it anymore, but
We won't
at
clarify
least
anything for you, but yeah. Yeah, let us
let us
know.
know if you were confused.
After that thing got fixed, and then I could let those 35 people do the thing. Well, I could let 34 of them because one of them, their thing still didn't work. And we had to go round and round and round and round and round to get this thing to work. This guy wasn't happy at all, but he was expressing his unhappiness in an okay way. He wasn't like
Okay.
directing it at me, or he
Right.
was
Which is
frustrated with the
acceptable.
situation. Right.
Absolutely.
So where I work, if you come into my building, if you come anywhere on the grounds of where I work, you have to have a badge, and it has to be visible at all times.
Makes sense.
So one guy was coming through and I was doing the thing that I needed to do, and he did not have his badge on. I said to him, "Sir, could you please put your badge on?" And he responded with, "I need a goddamn minute." And then
Wow.
he's like throwing like, "This is motherfucking ridiculous. I just need a fucking second." And then he's like flailing his arms up in my face, and he's getting really, really, really just out of hand. And a coworker of mine was standing there, and she said, no, we're not talking to her like that. And then, because she was like, "You can't talk to her like that," that made him get even more upset. So he
Of
started
course it did.
cussing more and more and more. So it led to me needing to call the police to
Oh,
have him escorted off the property.
wow. So even more than just like the security in the building, like
Security for where I work showed up as well,
okay.
because they need to have a talk with the whole company now that this guy works for, about like what you need to tell your people
Yeah,
about. Like, it's my job is to make sure that he had his badge on. It's part of my job
absolutely.
is to it's part of everybody's job, really. If you see someone without one, like, you have to say something. Okay, the smaller security showed up, the bigger security showed up, and
Oh,
then also the police showed up.
wow.
Yeah.
This guy's fucked.
Well,
He's gonna be in a lot of
he went
trouble.
out. There was people saying that some of the guys he was working with were spinning some stories saying he wasn't cussing at anybody. And they were trying to say that in front of one of the cleaning ladies in the building. Like, he wasn't even cussing. And she was like, "I was standing right there." Yes, he was. They couldn't
Don't they
see her
have
because she was like right
cameras?
around the corner. Yeah, everything. Like, listen, the second I made the call, security checks the cameras. They see it
Yeah,
happening. Yeah. So
absolutely.
they
So why are
had
you people are idiots.
they took him off the property somewhere else. They had a very long talk with him. They had a very long talk with his supervisor. Then they came back and said he is remorseful and he understands the seriousness of what he did. And we want to know if you feel okay with him coming back into the building. And I said, "Is he going to do something like this again?" And they were like, "He knows if he does, there are serious, serious life altering consequences to doing this." And you know what? I am somebody that believes that sometimes we have to give people a chance. I don't know what this man's going through. His mama could have died yesterday, or, I don't know.
That's
So I
true.
said, as long as he understands, and he was like, he absolutely does. And they said, "We're going to have him come back in the building. And if he so much as looks at you cross eyed," we have at different spots in my building a duress button that we can hit that brings the police immediately. They're
Oh
like, "If he
wow.
looks at you cross eyed, you can hit that button and we will be back." And they said, "You did the right thing calling us." So he came back in. I actually was in the bathroom when he came back in, and somebody else was covering for my job.
Mm.
Later that night, when he was leaving, he came up to me and he said, "I really want to apologize to you. I lost my
Okay, I was gonna
temper,
ask.
and there was no reason for me to do that." And I said, "Hey, thank you for apologizing." And he looked at me like I'm screwed. And I said, "No, no. we're good now. Because he has to get through me every time he comes to work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? I said, we're good now. And he was like, thank you. And today he came in and he was nothing but the politest gentleman. So,
good. Okay. And that's true. It happens. And the fact that he came, I was going to ask when you said he came back if he apologized, because if not, then he wasn't remorseful. But the
well, he
fact that he
apologized.
apologized.
The one woman who said you can't talk to her like that, and then he started escalating, he apologized to her. And she was like, no, you don't apologize to me. You owe her an apology.
Right.
And he was like, no, I'm going to do that too. So,
Okay.
I mean, it ended okay. It was kind of scary having a grown man like flailing his arms in your face and cussing and
Yeah.
screaming at you. I was a little shaky for a bit yesterday, but it was just not a great day yesterday. But everything ended up being okay in the end.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I've worked retail for years, so I had many grown men yell at me and shake their hands at me. And
Yeah.
not that makes it okay, but I
No.
think you get used to it after a certain point of when it happens. And then you're just like, fuck this shit.
I have trauma that it triggers a bit.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand.
But I was okay.
That's good. I'm glad he apologized at least.
Me too.
Oh, and that's right. You told me that you had a walkie-talkie update.
That's right. Okay. You ready for this? So we had
Yes.
speculation that we had interference. I know interference can happen, but really where I work, it doesn't. Okay.
Yeah. And if you don't know what we're talking about, go listen to last week's episode, because you really should anyway, because this is Lizzie Borden part 2. So
correct.
Pause. Go do it right now. We'll wait. Okay, welcome back.
Welcome back. I had weird interference, and then we heard the voice that said the thing. And I also previously had somebody tell me that the building that I work in is haunted, right? The other day, one of the people that work with me, he comes in, he needs to grab a different walkie. And the walkies are sitting on chargers all the time. And he picks up his walkie and he's like, oh, great, it's fully charged. And I was like, cool. And he goes to walk out of the building, and that weird interference kind of came through again. And he looked down and he goes, oh, my walkie's dead. And I was like, okay. I said, well, here, give me that one, and I will put that one on my charger, because mine's fully charged. And I don't use mine normally during the day. And if I do, I have a phone right there that I can use. He is out in the field where he needs a walkie.
Right. He needs it.
So I'm like looking at mine. I'm like, mine's fully charged. And I pick it up, and weird interference happens again. And you hear the like mumblings of talking for just a couple seconds. And then I watch my battery level just go whoop and drain down to nothing.
Weird.
Isn't that weird? Now,
what did the guy say when yours died?
he was like, what the hell is going on with the walkies?
Did he know about the I am your hell?
No, he wasn't the guy that was there when it said I am your hell.
Okay.
He is a very nice young man who carries a Bible around with him, so I did not want to scare him with the I am your hell.
That's fair. That's fair.
Comment. But it is weird having batteries just drain like that.
That's very common in the paranormal world.
Yep. So that's my walkie update.
Cool. Keep us posted.
It could be nothing, but it's interesting to say, the least.
Yeah. Worth mentioning.
Yep.
Okay. We're going to just jump into the rest of Lizzie Borden, because we've been talking for like 20 minutes.
Did we really tell them what time we poop every day?
We did.
Oh, okay. Well, guys, leave us a comment and let us know what time you poop every day.
Please do. We want to know your pooping schedule, because you now know ours. So please tell us so we can just all share in that information together. Sure. Are you regular? If you're not regular, let us know.
Right? Maybe we have suggestions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's possible. My only suggestion is coffee, because that's what triggers it for me. Okay. Lizzie Borden. We ended last week's episode with the trial ending. And as everyone should know, hopefully, Lizzie was acquitted. She was found not guilty. And we're going to talk a little bit about just the aftermath and what happened after the trial and for the rest of Lizzie's life. Lizzie may have walked out of the courthouse a free woman, but she never escaped the shadow of the murders. Fall River had made up its mind. Even after her acquittal, whispers followed her everywhere. Whispers that she had gotten away with something. She and Emma, which remembers her sister, moved into a grand home in the affluent neighborhood of Fall River, a far cry from their father's penny-pinching household. The new house was called Maplecroft, and it had all the luxuries that Andrew Borden had denied them: indoor plumbing, gas lighting, and fine furnishings. But even behind Maplecroft's walls, Lizzie couldn't outrun public opinion. Her neighbors shunned her. Children sang cruel rhymes outside her gate. She even changed her name to Lizbeth in effort to reclaim a new identity. But the damage was done. She remained socially isolated. She did try throwing some lavish parties, and people did come, but she very rarely got invited to anybody else's parties.
Okay.
And then in 1905, Emma suddenly and permanently moved out of Maplecroft after what was reportedly a serious falling out with Lizzie. The sisters never spoke again. No one knows for sure what caused the rift, but some speculate that it had to do with Lizzie's growing friendship with an actress, which I don't know why that would do it, but they said that maybe Emma found that improper, scandalous. It was 1905, guys. Come on. Lizzie died in 1927 at the age of 66. She was alone and rejected by the society that she longed to be a part of. Emma died just days later in a New Hampshire nursing home. She was 76. Neither sister ever spoke publicly about the murders again.
Huh. I mean, if Lizzie did it, then she got the shunning she deserved.
Absolutely.
But if she didn't, it's very sad.
She went through the trauma of finding her father bludgeoned to death with an axe, the trauma of people thinking that she did it, the court and the trial and all of that, and then was shunned the rest of her life.
And lost her relationship with her sister.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like easy to just pick up and move and really start a new life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Not back then, for sure.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Were there ever any other suspects? Not officially. From the moment police arrived, Lizzie was their primary and only suspect. But over the years, you have those armchair detectives and some historians, and they have asked, what if it wasn't her? First, we have Bridget Civilian, who was the maid. And we kind of touched on this a little bit. The maid was at the house at the time of the murders. She even admitted to being angry at the Bordens because they ordered her, specifically Andrew, ordered her to wash windows in that blistering heat. And she may have harbored some resentment towards the Bordens. I'm sure they didn't treat her very well. She was a maid in the 1800s.
Right.
Probably weren't that nice to her.
Probably.
Some people theorize that she snapped. But at the time, her status as a servant and her apparent cooperation made her seem like an unlikely suspect. Police never pursued her beyond basic questioning.
It's wild to me that the other person in the house would not be a prime suspect.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree. Now, I don't think she did it, but just to be fair, she should have been considered and questioned.
Absolutely.
So, then there was John Morse. Now, John was Lizzie and Emma's maternal uncle, and he was staying at the Borden house the night before the murder. So I don't know if you remember when Abby was killed, she was in that bedroom making the bed because someone had stayed there the night before. So this was the person who had stayed there. He had a questionable alibi, and was very vague about what he had done that morning and where he was. Some believe that his presence was just a little too convenient to ignore, but he was questioned and ultimately dismissed as a suspect.
Okay.
And then a long fan favorite has been that there was some unknown intruder. But the logistics for that just don't really add up. There was no sign of forced entry, which, as we said, I think in part one, maybe they left their doors unlocked. It was the 1800s,
Right.
guys.
If she just went out to like the barn, like if I
Yeah.
was walking out to the barn, I wouldn't lock the door.
Right.
Yeah.
No one was seen fleeing the house. But again, does somebody have your eyes on your house at all times? Probably not.
No.
And the fact that I think this is the biggest thing against an unknown intruder is that there were 2 murders committed hours apart. Because where did he hide where did the person hide in between the murders? The house isn't really that big where you would have been able to hide out.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
It's highly unlikely that someone was hidden in the house the whole time. Not impossible, but unlikely.
Not impossible, but unlikely. I agree.
But none of these suspects were ever seriously investigated. So who knows what other stuff would have turned up if they actually were seriously investigated.
Right.
The police had tunnel vision from the start, and that tunnel led straight to Lizzie. The case remains unsolved more than a century later. There were no confessions, no deathbed admissions, and no shocking new evidence unearthed. Just silence and speculation. And yet, the murders of Andrew and Abby Borden have never left the cultural imagination. They've inspired poems, books, films, and ghost stories. Because something about the case just doesn't sit right. The house stands today as a bed and breakfast, complete with nightly ghost tours. And whether it was Lizzie, the maid, or someone else entirely, one thing is certain. Whatever happened in that house on 2nd Street, it left more than just blood behind.
Ooh.
So what do you think? Do you think she did it?
I don't know. The cloths with the blood on it makes me a little more suspicious.
Yeah, that is weird.
It's the 1800s. So if it was menstrual, like rags, that would make sense too.
Yeah. I think that was a pretty common thing back then.
Right.
It's not like you just went to Walgreens and picked up a box of pads or tampons.
Right. I don't know. It just, that coupled with trying to buy the poison.
Yeah.
Like, I guess if she took her dad by surprise.
Well, remember, he was asleep. He
Oh, that's
was
right. He
resting.
was asleep.
Yes,
that's right.
He was asleep.
I don't know. I don't know if I think she did it or not.
I go back and forth on this so much. Part of me I look at the evidence and I say, it's all circumstantial. Nothing definitively points to Lizzie.
Right.
And I just don't think she could have done it. But then on the other hand, I look at how could anybody else have done it?
What if the dad actually came home early and killed the mom? And then somehow Lizzie saw something, I don't know, or put it together that he did it. Maybe he had the hatchet in his hand and had blood on him, and then she somehow got the hatchet, or he put the hatchet down, she got it, and then killed him after he fell asleep. Maybe he was so tired from like killing.
Yeah, but she didn't like her stepmom, so I don't think she would.
Yeah, there's a lot of people I don't like, but I still wouldn't be too happy if I saw them murdered with a hatchet.
Right, but then would you grab that hatchet and kill the person?
Maybe if I felt like I could be in danger from that person too. Like, who's to say he's stopping with that person and he's not coming after all of us? But it would be weird to do that and then take a nap.
Yeah.
That would be weird.
Yeah, I think you're grasping at straws here.
I don't know, man. I'm just throwing shit out there. See what sticks.
I don't think anything's going to stick. I think people have analyzed this case for years and nothing.
Oh, okay.
It's one of those ones that are up there for me that if I were ever able to like go back in time or find out like an answer to an unsolved case. This is high up on my list.
That and JonBenet Ramsey.
JonBenet Ramsey is number one, because that one
Yeah.
that's another one that blows my mind. And I've watched so many documentaries and listened to podcasts, and that's just another one that's just up there with, it doesn't add up. There's too many things that just don't make sense.
Right.
And Datlov's Pass. That's another one.
Yeah.
There's so many.
We need a time machine, man.
I know. I just want to know all the answers.
If you are a scientist or an engineer or both listening to this and can build us a time machine, please leave in the comments below and let us know that you're starting to work on it.
Yeah, we would appreciate it.
We'll
let you come with us.
Yeah.
They're building us the time machine, Kelly. We have to invite them with us.
I don't know. We have to make sure they're a good person, though.
Well, of course. If they're listening to us,
that's true.
They're probably good people.
They're good.
We attract good people. Yeah.
We do. Okay. Yeah. All right. You can come with us.
Okay.
Also, though, leave in the comments what mystery you would go back in time.
Yeah, let us know.
To solve.
And that's not even if you can build us a time machine. That's for everybody.
Yeah, that's for everybody.
If you had to pick one unsolved case, murder, haunting, weird, anything unsolved, anything mysterious that you could go back to a specific point in time and discover what happened, what would it be?
Yeah.
Comment on social media, let us know, send us an email, whatever. We want to hear it. Back into it. The hauntings. Are you ready for the hauntings? Because up until this point, you guys might have thought that we were a true crime podcast, but we're not. We are a paranormal podcast.
We are.
So the Lizzie Borden house isn't just a crime scene frozen in time. It's considered one of the most haunted homes in America, which I hear that title thrown around really loosely.
A lot.
There are a lot.
Every location. It's the most haunted location in America. And I'm like,
is it though?
That along with every other one.
Yeah, absolutely. But anyway, it's super haunted. Whether it's the most haunted in America, debatable, but it is super haunted.
That it is.
Today, it operates as a bed and breakfast, and guests can book overnight stays in the various rooms where the murders happened.
Cool.
Guests and staff alike have reported seeing shadowy figures moving through rooms when no one else is around. One of the most frequently spotted spirits is a woman in 19th century clothing, sometimes seen standing at the top of the stairs, other times seen in the guest bedroom where Abby Borden was murdered. So probably her. That's logical.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Some even claim to have seen the outline of a body lying face down beside the bed in the exact spot where Abby fell. That's terrifying.
That is terrifying.
If I just walked into my bedroom to go to bed and there's just like actually, I don't know if they let you stay in this room. I think it might just be part of the tour. I don't think you can actually sleep in this room.
Okay.
But still, if I just walked in there and there was a body laying there, I'm going to be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if that body then disappeared.
Yeah. Weird.
That'd really be scary. I don't know. Actually, no. A non-disappearing dead body would definitely be scarier than a disappearing dead body. Yeah.
I would rather the body disappear because then that means that I don't have to call the police.
Yeah, agreed. Or worry that someone's still in the house.
Yeah, or immediately think that I'm going to be accused of murder because we talked about earlier how I could not remember what I did at any given time. So my story is not going to add up. Others have claimed that they have seen Andrew Borden himself pacing near the sitting room where he met his brutal end, still wearing the boots that Lizzie supposedly helped him remove.
Okay.
I hope the boots
were on. I know, because you got to wear them forever.
I know. I think about
until he gets sucked off.
Yeah, until he gets sucked off. I was just gonna say, I think about that watching Ghost, like
Mm-hmm.
especially Hetty, who is in this like Victorian gown. She's
Yeah,
probably wearing a fucking corset and shit. That'd be the worst.
it would be the worst.
I hope I die without a bra on, so my ghost can come out just titties flapping in the wind.
Well, I mean, you don't wear bras, so that's likely to happen.
No, I wear bras during the day.
You wear tank tops.
I have a bra on though, a bra and a tank top. I need all the help I can get to corral all of this fat, Kelly. I wear both.
I wear a tank top bra.
Mine is a t-shirt bra, so like no wire. Cause fuck that.
Yeah, I'm so over bras. And the tank
Me
top
too.
it's still not the best, but it's a lot more comfortable, so that's what I go with. Now you know
Yeah.
what time we poop and what kind of bras we wear.
You guys are just learning a lot about
I
us today.
know.
It's fine.
It's all
That's
right.
what
They're
you're
our
here
best
for.
friends.
Yeah, you're our besties. You just hear that?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
What'd you hear?
sounded like a noise. We haven't been haunted on the podcast in a while.
We haven't. Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute.
It has. Elias was playing the other night.
Was he?
Yeah.
Hi,
Yeah,
Elias.
he was playing the other night, but it was a couple nights ago. He hasn't done much since. And then I did see the cat ball come on, but I'm unclear if it could have been me that somehow triggered it.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
Yeah,
can't really count
my
that.
dolls have been quiet.
Yeah.
But I was pet sitting for a while.
Right.
So I wasn't like home a lot. So I think they got mad at me because I left them.
Well, hopefully they'll get over it soon.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
One of the creepiest reports, back on track, it comes from guests who sleep in the rooms where the murders occurred. So maybe you can stay in that room. I thought I read somewhere that that's not a room you can stay in, but maybe you can. I don't remember. I read a lot of facts while researching for this episode.
Okay.
They describe sensations like the bed breathing beneath them.
Nope.
I don't even have to say how much I hate that because you all
Yeah.
know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. No. I'm
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. I'm going to burn it down.
You're gonna burn it down. Oh, you're going that far. You're
I'm
burning,
burning
it
it
down.
down.
Okay.
I'm at least burning the bed. I'll leave the house intact because, history, but
Yeah.
I'm going to burn the bed.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. They also report in the same room pressure on their chest as if someone invisible is leaning over them. And then cold spots that appear out of nowhere. Now, it is an old house, so there could be weird drafts.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to know what time of the year the cold spots are reported.
I don't find cold spots that compelling. Unless
I think they can be.
Unless it's like it's the like really hot summer out. And then like you can see your breath all of a sudden kind of thing.
Right. It depends how defined they are. Like if you literally can like move into one spot or put your hand into a spot and it's colder than the rest and you're not around drafts or doors or more so outside, I feel like if you're like in one spot and you put your hand out and there's like just cold air and it's like the middle of the summer, that's weird.
Yeah, I can see something
I can't
like that,
explain that. But in a
not the most
house,
compelling to me.
yeah. Did the air just kick on? Is there a weird draft? Is the window not sealed right? Is something else happening?
Somebody can just walk by you and a couple seconds later you'll get like this like movement of a little bit cooler air. Yeah. I don't know. I think that people overreact about things sometimes when it comes to that.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But we also always like to look at things from the skeptical side, so.
Yeah, true.
But I have no explanations for the bed breathing beneath you.
No, that's not.
No.
That's just weird.
No. I don't like that at all.
Nope.
People have also reported hearing disembodied voices, phantom footsteps, and whispers in the middle of the night. Some people have also reported that they have heard a woman crying or arguing when no one else is around.
Huh.
Yeah, that one's interesting. And if you stay in Lizzie's old room, don't be surprised if you wake up to find your suitcase moved, your closet door swinging open on its own, or worst of all, a laugh that isn't yours.
Nope. I don't like laughs. I don't like
I
laughs
don't
at all.
I don't like
I would rather hear a scream than a laugh. I
Yeah.
think laughs are creepy. I don't like
I
it.
agree. I don't know if I've ever told you this, but I don't like closets.
No?
I have a weird thing about closets. Closets have to be closed.
At all times?
I cannot sleep with my closet door open. Speaking of this, oh my God, I just remembered this. Yesterday.
Ooh, okay.
Okay. I went in my closet yesterday morning.
Okay.
And now sometimes I will leave my closet and I will forget to shut it. 95% of the time I will close it. Every once in a while, I think I forget to shut it. And I say I think because I'm never 100% sure, but it does happen. But yesterday, I was in my closet getting dressed, and later in the day, I came back in the room. I don't remember what I was doing, but I came back in my room and the door was open. So I thought to myself, okay, just one of the times I forgot to shut it. So I shut it, and I specifically remember closing my closet. Like, it is in my brain that I specifically shut it that day. After work, when I went in to change into my comfy clothes, my pajamas, my closet door was open. And I did not go back in it for any other reason.
Are you sure? Because you did just tell us you couldn't remember if you parked a car in your spot. So I
am sure.
Okay. I think that was a fair question.
It was a fair question. But I was working. And I walked into my room last night and I'm like, and it's just cracked. Like, it's not fully open. But like, so generally when I leave my closet open, it's one of two things. Either it's fully open because I just went to try on a shirt and forgot to close it. Or it's like very cracked because I pushed it closed, but I didn't push it all the way closed.
Right.
This was like slightly cracked. So it was more than like I didn't push it all the way closed. But I know for a fact that I closed it because I did it earlier that day.
What if you didn't close it all the way and then Ellie kind of got in there or something?
Ellie doesn't go in my closet for any reason.
Oh, okay.
And I specifically remember when I came in the second time and it was open, I shut it. Because when I close my closet, I have a scarf that's hanging on it that a lot of times will get stuck. And I pushed the scarf in so it wouldn't get stuck. And I closed it all the way.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was just a random memory now that I'm thinking about closets. So yeah, I can't sleep with the closet open. Okay. If the closet is open, I can't sleep.
So I have my closet in our bedroom has a curtain in front of it instead of a closet door. Would that be okay for you?
I don't know. Probably not. I don't know if I mean, it would have to be if I was like staying in a place that had that, but I would definitely feel uncomfortable. It has to be fully closed.
Do you think that the door is going to stop the spirit from coming out, but the curtain couldn't?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, because we know demons can't get through wood.
Well, but think about this: when you go to bed at night, you can just have a sheet on to stop the demons from grabbing your ankles. So that's my thought. Is like the curtain is thicker than the sheet. So
right, but in the sheet, I'm tucked into the sheet, so the demon can't get up under the sheet. Your sheet probably does not go all the way to the floor.
It does.
Does it?
It's a curtain. It goes all the way to the floor. Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It would have to have no cracks. I'd have to see it.
Okay. All right.
Anywho.
We are really, really off the rails this episode, guys.
We are.
Tell us about your curtains and how long they are in the comments below.
Does anybody else have a weird thing about closets? Let us know.
I think a lot of people from my generation do after the movie Poltergeist.
Yeah.
where kid actually gets sucked into
Tucked into a
some
closet.
kind of a portal into a closet.
I don't even think that's where my trauma comes from. The only thing I can think of, and this is going to sound really funny. So I'm a 90s baby. So of course I had a Furby. And I fucking
Mm.
loved my Furby. But at night that thing scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, they're
And
creepy.
my Furby at night went in my closet. And the
That's probably
closet
it.
had to be closed to keep
That's
the
it. We
Furby
solved it.
demon. Yeah, to keep the
That's
Furby
it.
demon from coming out.
That's it.
Yeah.
That explains it.
Yep. That
All
is.
right.
Okay.
Anyway.
The Borden house has been a popular spot for paranormal investigators for decades. It has been featured on shows like Ghost Adventures, Kindred Spirits, and The Most Terrifying Places in America. Project Fear needs to go to Lizzie Borden.
Yeah. I'm sure it's on their list.
I hope so. Many of
I
these
don't know, though.
investigations.
Project Fear tends to go to places with a lot scarier activity, I think.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, they've done houses before, but yeah, I don't really think there's anything like evil or too scary about the Lizzie Borden house.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel like it's quite their vibe.
Yeah.
I think they'd have a peaceful night's sleep.
Probably. They're like, this is great.
Yeah.
Many of these investigations have captured strange EVPs, electronic voice phenomena. For those who don't know what that means. That seem to respond directly to questions. Some claim to have recorded phrases like, help me, she did it, and even, why Lizzie?
Well, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Others have experienced sudden equipment failures, temperature drops, and unexplained battery drains. All classic signs of paranormal energy.
Yep.
So this is where I kind of dug a little bit into something else, because one of the things that I always found really weird about the Lizzie Borden house is people have reported child spirits. But there are no historical records of children dying there.
That's weird.
Lizzie and Emma were adults at the time of the murders, and there is no record of any infants or other children living or dying in that home. But guests and investigators have reported hearing the distant sound of children's laughter, footsteps, or the patter of tiny feet, often in empty rooms or hallways. Some visitors claim to have seen a fleeting glimpse of a child figure, sometimes described as a small girl in old-fashioned clothes, or a shadowy presence near the nursery or the upstairs bedrooms. Now, they do have one room in there that I think is dedicated to these child spirits or child spirit.
Could they be from before, like the Bordens? They didn't have the build? Did they build the house? I don't remember if the Bordens built the house. Okay.
No. So people have also reported feeling gentle touches or small hands brushing against them. They've also described warm and comforting presence. And some have said that same presence is unsettling, so probably just whether or not you like ghost.
Yeah.
Toys and small items are reportedly moved on their own or will appear in different places. One story tells of a small doll that is found standing upright after being left face down. Paranormal enthusiasts have proposed several explanations for the rumored presence of the child spirits in the Lizzie Borden house. Some suggest that the spirit may be connected to a miscarried or stillborn child, based on unverified rumors that Lizzie may have been pregnant at some point.
Okay.
There's nothing official that confirms this.
It feels like that's kind of a stretch.
It is. She was a young woman at the time. She could have been pregnant. I mean, come on. She died of everlasting faint. Come on, guys. That's a callback.
Yep. If you don't get that call back, go back and listen to every single episode we've ever recorded, and then you'll know.
You'll know. You'll understand.
Yeah, you'll find it.
But such a loss could have left behind some restless energy within the home that could manifest itself as a child spirit. Others say that they see the child spirits as more of a symbolic representation of the loss of innocence.
I wonder if that could manifest like that.
Yeah, I don't know. We think your inner child manifested as a voice.
I mean, that's what somebody said. I don't know if I
that's true.
necessarily know that to be the case.
Yeah. But they basically believe that this trauma and fractured relationships and emotional turmoil within the house could linger and present itself in this childlike way.
Yeah.
Also, given the home's long history, some believe that there just could be spirits from previous occupants, even though there's no like documented children that lived in the home. It's not necessarily all documented. So it could be a previous occupant's energy.
Right. Because you go back, I don't know that they always had birth certificates or,
Yeah, back then.
Yeah.
How well things were documented.
Right. And babies died all the time back then. All the time. The kids did, yeah. They wouldn't even give a baby a name until they were like 2 or something.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
Well, whether or not you believe in ghosts, one thing is undeniable. The house on 2nd Street is soaked in emotion, grief, rage, and betrayal. They have seeped into the walls. And when you walk through the house, you feel it. The air is heavy. The silence is sharp. Something still watches. Maybe it's the restless spirits of Andrew and Abby seeking justice. Maybe it's Lizzie still trying to clear her name. Or maybe it's just what happens when a home bears witness to something unspeakable and the echoes refuse to die.
Okay.
All I know is I want to go stay there.
Seriously, yeah.
We need to plan a trip.
We do. We're taking a lot of trips, man.
We are. This one's really high on my list, though.
I have currently accrued 6 hours and 10 minutes of vacation time.
Woo! Good for you.
Yeah.
I won't brag that I have flexible time off.
Yeah. Is what it is.
Sorry. Yeah. You'll get there and we'll go take a paranormal road trip somewhere. But Lizzie Borden is high on my list. I also just really want to go to Massachusetts because Salem.
Right.
That brings us to the end of this 2nd episode about the Lizzie Borden family, their dark secrets, and the restless spirits that still haunt the house on 2nd Street.
If you love what you heard, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe to our podcast wherever you listen. Your support helps us reach even more listeners and share even more spooky stories.
And go follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Not My Ghost Podcast and on Facebook at Not My Ghost, Not My Problem. Because we need more followers.
We do. If you want even more ghostly content, consider joining our Patreon at patreon.com/notmyghost.notmyproblem. We have some fantastic exclusive perks for our supporters, and we love them.
We do.
We love our supporters.
Love them so much. If you want us to love you too, go join our Patreon.
Yes.
We will withhold our love from you.
And if you have ever had, Katie, a spine-tingling paranormal encounter, Katie and Lynn, share your story with us at notmyghostpodcast@gmail.com. Katie and Lynn, and all of you, and you will hear it featured on a future episode.
I know we call out Katie a lot, and now we're going to start calling out Lynn too, but really we're calling you all out because we know
we just happen to know Katie and Lynn in real life, so we can call them out. Yeah.
Yeah. But we're going to call the rest of you out too. Send us stories.
Yeah. Not by name, because it, might be a long time at the end of the
It would
episode.
be a long time. Yeah. Well, thank you for joining us on this mysterious exploration of the Borden family and their haunted legacy. Remember, as you wander through the shadows of the house on 2nd Street, keep this in mind.
If it's not your ex,
it's not your problem.
Until next time, stay spooky
and stay skeptical.